Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Board of Commissioners meeting for Monday, December 21st. I would ask that you please rise and join me in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The minutes from our last two meetings, the regular Commissioners meeting on the 7th of December and a special meeting held on the 25th of November, have been distributed.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion we approve those minutes as submitted.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The motion carries. Next up is the presentation of accounts payable vouchers. Paula?
Mr. President, I would like to recommend the claims from December 10th, 2020 through December 21st, 2020 be approved without exception.
So move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for approving the accounts payable vouchers as submitted. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries.
Mr. President, I would also like to recommend the claim or the payroll dated December 11th, 2020 be approved without exception.
So move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for the payroll claims as presented. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Good morning, Stu.
Good morning.
Ho, ho, ho.
Good at that.
A few items. Yeah, well, I got a lot of things similar. Few items. The first on the list is supplemental agreement with USI Consultants for the design of bridges 64 and 65 in the amount of $43,300.
Mr. President, I move that we approve the supplemental agreement number 1 with USI Consultants as stated.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Second item is a contract with Butler, Fairman, and Seifert for the design of bridge number 56. This is on South 9th Street. It's a joint project with the city. They're rebuilding South 9th, and that includes this bridge. They're carrying covering the survey and many of the sections here in the joint effort. Our contract is in the amount of $102,615.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion we approve that contract with BF&S in the amount of $102,615.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve the contract with BF&S. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
The final item is Community Crossings matching grant contract with NDOT. We were awarded all 7 of our applications. The 50% share that you're signing off on, it's actually 7 contracts. The first is Bridge 119, $34,300. Bridge 121, $34,300. Those are both patching contracts. And Bridge 113, $129,694. Bridge 170, $81,425. Bridge 199, $53,325. Bridge 34, $142,095. And Bridge 56, $124,800 for a total state community crossing share of $599,939 with an equal match by the county.
So who, will this be one bid, or is this going to be 7 different bids?
It will be one bid with 7 DES numbers and 7, we have 7 contracts, so there'll be 7 closeouts.
Okay, so those will all be run through NDOT, not through here?
That'll be, community crossings are bid here.
Oh, they are, okay, okay.
Yeah. So for the contractor, it'll be easy, it'll be one piece. For us, it'll be 7 pieces of paperwork every time we do anything.
Okay. So whoever gets that contract's going to have to really be careful about what project it should be, any cost should be assigned to. Because it's a different TES number.
Certifying inspections, so ultimately it'll be up to us.
Oh, okay.
Mr. President, I move that we approve these community crossings matching grants for the 7 bridges as stated.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the grants for the Community Crossings project as outlined by Stu. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries.
All right, the next item, we have what, 1, 2, I'm sorry, where's the rest of my agenda? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 contracts associated with the TCCO Illinois project. These were bids that we accepted at our last meeting, and now these are the actual contracts. So I'll kind of go through these quickly, and I'll make a motion, we approve the Shepler construction contract for general trades in the amount of $452,583.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the Shepler contract for the project. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries.
And I make a motion, we approve the Deerwood Group LLC contract, which is for millwork and casework in the amount of $89,643.75.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the contract from the Deerwood Group as outlined. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries.
And I'll make a motion, we approve the Brand Electric contract for fire detection and alarms. And let me find that here. For $21,450.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the Brand Electric contract for that same project. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
I'll make a motion, we approve the Wright Hardware contract for heating, ventilating, and air conditioning in the amount of $286,249.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the Wright Hardware contract as outlined. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
I'll make a motion, we approve the quality plumbing and heating contract for the plumbing phase of the project for $189,000 even.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the contract from Quality Plumbing and Heating. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
And I'll make a motion, we approve the Houston Electric contract for electrical in the amount of $387,567.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for the Houston Electric contract for the same project. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And motion carries.
All right. The next item is for our garage management services for the garage just west of us here. This is with Link Management, and it's a continuation of the services they're currently providing. It's been 6 years since there's been any sort of increase in that, and this contract increases monthly services from $4,800 to $5,250. With that, I'll make a motion. We approve that addendum extending that agreement.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve the addendum to the agreement with Link Management for garage management. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? That motion carries. Good morning, Donna.
Before Elvis leaves the building next week, we are changing our medical waste to something that's far more affordable. $25 a tub. It holds 31 gallons, so that truly is a bargain.
Any questions for our coroner?
Mr. President, I move that we approve this contract as stated by our coroner.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the contract for Affordable Medical Waste, Inc., as outlined by Donna. Any further questions or comments? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Thank you.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, Donna. We're going to miss you.
Well, I'm not going that far away.
Looks like we have an agreement with Community Corrections. I don't see,
He's online, so we're going to have to, he's online. Hang on, I'll let him talk here in just a second.
well, I believe I can go ahead and,
He's on here.
okay.
Jason? Okay, now try it.
All right, there's just a lot of feedback. Good morning. We have an agreement with Quality Correctional to provide up to 29 hours of medical services within our workforce.
What do you cover it?
I think I'll just go ahead and cover this. You can mute that. Jason, I think what Jason was trying to say is that he has a contract from Tippecanoe County, for Tippecanoe County Community Corrections with Quality Correctional Care, the same company that provides health care services at the jail. The terms are much the same. It has been reviewed by council, and I would ask for a motion to approve pending agreement on additional terms and conditions, is my understanding. So,
I'll make a motion. We approve that pending the additional terms. And
Second.
we have a motion and a second to give conditional approval or pending approval for the health services contract with Quality Correctional Health Care. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? And that motion carries. Next up, we have a temporary lease agreement with Simon Properties. This would be to lease the property at the mall formerly occupied by H.H. Gregg. And this would be, this lease would allow us to use that space as a vaccination site as vaccination supplies arrive in the community after the first of the year. The terms of the agreement are, the lease is $6,000 a month, and the lease term would run from roughly January 1st to June 30th of this year, with the potential for a 3-month extension. Again, this is just a basic agreement, and I would ask for a motion to approve this agreement pending legal approval and additional terms and conditions.
The contract has been reviewed as to form and legality. It can be approved subject to additional terms and conditions, which we may ask to include standard terms and conditions.
Okay, thank you, Matt.
so moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the contract as described by council. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Motion passes.
Oh, this is the tough one. So, we have a contract for legal services for 2021. It is just a renewal of, at the exact same rates with Hoffman, Lumen, and Masson. And those rates are $200 per hour, $145 per hour for associates and $75 for paralegals. I'll make a motion, we approve that contract.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve the contract with Hoffman, Lumen, and Masson. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? And motion carries. Good morning, Pat. Morning. Sorry. That's all right.
I'm here for our high-tech crime unit grant, which we received the award of $54,390. This is our 5th year, I believe, we received it. We're very pleased to be recognized and receive these funds that greatly assist our high-tech crime unit to investigate and assist in criminal investigations.
Mr. President, I move that we grant permission to accept as stated.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to accept the grant as stated. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pat.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Are you ready?
We are all ready for you.
Well, I'm only asking for a permission to accept grants today. The Health Department has received $10,000 from the Health Foundation of Greater Indianapolis for continued support of the Gateway to Hope Syringe Service Program.
Mr. President, I move that we grant permission to accept as stated.
Second.
You have a motion and a second to accept the grant as stated. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
And then we have two departments that have received a $1,000 donation/grant from Indiana American Waters for equipment needed to support the safety staff in the community. $1,000 will go to LAPC and $1,000 to the Health Department.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion, we grant permission to accept for both $10,000 grants.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to accept the grants as outlined. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The motion carries.
And the last one is for the health. The emergency preparedness have received $120,960 from the Indiana Department of Health for the COVID-19 vaccine grant for expenses to mobilize the points of dispensing and sustain operations.
President, I move that we grant permission to accept as stated.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to accept the grant as stated. Any further discussion?
I do have just one quick question. So Amanda, was this distributed to all counties? I mean,
Yeah, it's based on your population.
Okay.
So whatever your population group you fell in, that's how much you got. So ours
Okay.
just happened to be, I think, the highest population group, yeah.
okay. And then, but when you put together the budget for what this is, it's significantly more than this, obviously. It's not going to
Yeah,
cover.
so our vaccine clinic, sorry, I'm way shorter. Goldsmith hasn't been up here yet to put that down. Our budget for 6 months is going to be between $400,000 and $500,000 for the clinic, and this will cover $120,000. So we'll put it towards salaries, whether that be contracted salaries or we still need to work out those kinks this week and next. So.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
So any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Thank you, Sharon. And have several change orders for projects.
I think they're all yours except for one, right? Yeah.
Mr. President, we have 4 change orders for out there at the fairgrounds. The first one is with J.R. Kelly. Is a change order of an increase of $8,357. We had some unsuitable soil, mechanical pad for adding some hot water heaters, pier to the swine barn tie-in, a pier to mitigation and stuff. So by saying that, I move that we approve this change order as presented.
Oh, second, sorry.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries.
I have another change order with J.R. Kelly. This is an increase of $18,985. We're adding epoxy floors to all the epoxy to all the floors in the restroom. We've been changing by connecting to the old swine barn. We've had to do some other little modifications. It's just little things all and over, including a 4-inch radius cove base. So I would prove that we approve this change order just stated.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the change order for the Fairgrounds project for J.R. Kelly Company. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries.
Another change order from Brand Electric. This is an increase of $1,207.10. This is for time and material to repair building grounding loops at the swine barn and the cattle barn. I move that we approve that change order.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the change order for Brand Electric for the same project. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Mr. President, we have another change order. This is from Davidson Excavating. This is an increase of $12,331.94. We had a water jet clog and an 8-inch sanitary line that we found out that had been patched several years ago to repair a yard hydrant at the wash areas and to lower a 6-inch water line underneath the storm water. So I move that we approve that change order.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the change order for Davidson Excavating. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
And then there's one change order for Tippecanoe County Central Offices in the amount of $450 to plug some vacated gas lines in the original, in the demo portion that were not accounted for. So I'll make a motion, we approve that $450 change order.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for change order for Tippecanoe County Central Offices and Brunico. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Our reports on file from the low-cost spay and neuter clinic, Crystal Creek Kennels, weights and measures, the clerk of the circuit court, and the monthly treasurer's report are all available, both online by going to our agenda that was published for today and available in the commissioner's office across the hall immediately after the meeting. Any unfinished or new business to be brought before the board?
Happy holidays.
Yes, to everyone. Public comment?